Okay, Fredericksburg. Let's make sure I saved it first. So the good news is that I will not be attacking Marye's Heights, which means that a significant portion of the Confederate forces will be tied up there doing nothing. So 3 Corps with their single 100-man cavalry unit will be deployed to the secondary attack. 1 Corps will be the main attack, but the question is where? And I think, so the victory point for this area is down here. I think it might be possible for me to slip around through these woods and attack from the east. If I can pull that off, I could probably capture that victory point. The question would be is what happens then, because fighting your way through these woods to get to Telegraph Road here is a non-starter, and I don't have the forces to attack directly. So yeah, it's going to be rough. I think I have the most chance of succeeding down here, so that's what I'm going to go for. And we'll take a look at the victory conditions. Oh yeah, and there's this stupid pre-battle. Prospect Hill is the name of that VP. We should, no, we shouldn't. Oh man, this is going to be a problem. Huh. This ought to be interesting because I don't know that I've failed to do this before. I might, so, okay. I'm going to add a little addendum to the Ironman stuff here. I don't know whether I have to take this or not to proceed in the battle. So I will wait. If I need to commit troops to 3 Corps in order to actually capture this, in order for the battle to continue, I'll restart the battle and do that over. I'll just let the timer run out. Put hold music here. In fact, they might attack me, which would be unpleasant. So I should probably run away. I'll hide in the very corner of the map. When you're the Confederates, if the Union loses this scenario, the battle still continues. It's actually a real opportunity to slaughter a very large number of Union troops. I think I've gotten like 4,000 or 5,000 casualties out of this battle, because crossing those bridges in the face of sniper fire is insane. So like you end up with 1 brigade on the victory point. Anybody who tries to cross those bridges gets blown apart, even if they're 3 stars. Like they just can't it takes too long to cross the bridge. You basically have to take 2 volleys to make it happen, and it's completely exposed. Then any decent unit will demolish the troops that are trying to cross. I think in this scenario, there's only skirmishers, so you can force your way across, but it's not pretty. While we're waiting, we'll take a look at the victory conditions. Okay, so this is interesting. So I have to capture Prospect Hill for sure. But for victory, so you can hold Prospect Hill in one of Telegraph Road or Marye's Heights, or you can capture Marye's Heights and Telegraph Road. Or you capture one of them and lose less than 50% of your army. So I'm probably going to be shooting for the draw by capturing Prospect Hill. This was a strategy that worked for me reasonably well in Gettysburg as the Confederates. Just don't attack. Let's see if this actually works. Yeah, might try getting him across the map here, but I don't think it'll matter. I've secured the town of Fredericksburg. Hey, look at that. 100 guys on horses who hid the entire battle secured the town of Fredericksburg. They may want to think about that. Oh man. All right. I have to say that is pretty freaking hilarious. I do nothing, I get rewarded for it. Yay! All right. So yeah, the Prospect Hill victory point is right here. So the key area is right here, and the thing is, you can get into cover in these buildings, and that allows you to get enough firepower on these guys to essentially what you end up doing is trying to surround these units that are on the corner here and push them back. So the question is, am I going to be able to do that? So first of all, we will remove as many units as possible from this position, and certainly McClellan. Yeah, I might be able to shove through this road here. I'll bet that's the quickest way, and there's probably Confederate units here, though. Maybe not. We'll try. Oh, that's interesting. Why won't it let me? Oh, that's just mean. It won't let me. I have to deploy 2 corps units here. I don't have a choice. Which means they're all going to get stacked up here so they can cross the bridge, unless there's another option, which there's not. Okay. Yeah, so stack them up right here. Just get them on the field, and then I can stack them. Oh, I'll probably face them that way too. Look, mass O troops. Okay, so maybe these guys are the ones I can move at least 5 of these brigades. Let's move 2nd Division. And the artillery. That's 4. Yeah, it's probably not worth the 1 brigade, although that's a long way to walk. You know, I'll take 1-1 rifle. They're the best. Alright, so then these guys will bunch up right here. I'll pop him. Trooper doesn't need to be here. Yeah, that's as close as we're going to be able to get. Yeah, so 4th Division is going to lead. Division right behind him. Gotta get them on the map, and I can stack them up. Actually, let's put all the artillery together. Ah, these guys didn't get... One of the 3rd Division artillery units didn't get built up. That's intensely frustrating. It's a mistake on my part. Oh, and supplies, very important. Okay, here we go. So this road is probably quicker. This route around the flank through the woods is probably safer. I think I can get them down this road and into these trees before the Confederates get there. It's extremely difficult to move through these woods. They're very, very slow. So we will try. All right, here we go. Of course, the first thing we'll do is pause. Grab all these units. Tell them to move to here. Grab these units. Tell them to move to here. Actually, might be. Maybe try to get them onto the road. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's not going to work. All right, 4th Division. Fourth Division's artillery. Actually, all artillery. The artillery initially deploy right here. Yeah, they're there. Also, good line drawing there, Matt. There we go. Now 3rd Division. Can't even see which unit is selected. That was not the one I had selected. Look at that. And then 2nd Division. Might just deploy 2nd Division to initially cover the artillery. Alright, here we go. Tribu will pull him up with the artillery. ATS. Yeah, we'll get him on the road with the rest of the troops. As a matter of fact, if I can grab McClellan. There we go. I'll get him up here as well. No reason not to have both generals active. And we're already taking artillery fire. Yay! Some of that fire is coming from this direction. There's cavalry in these woods. A lot of cavalry in these woods. Wow. He's got almost 2,000 cavalry. That's insane. These guys are taking canister from a unit that's right here that they can't see. Oh, get up. Closer. Yep. Yep. You gotta get closer. Cover's your only chance, guys. They are mounting a cavalry charge against my most experienced unit. And did you see that right there? That, ladies and gentlemen, is why you have grenadier units. Look at Jones got captured. He took 171 kills and got captured because he smacked into one of my experienced grenadier units, who proceeded to completely kick his butt. That was amazing. That was incredibly awesome. Yeah. Sorry, that was really cool. Let's go ahead and have those guys return. Where's that other skirmisher unit? You guys can return. You guys can return. Sorry, that was just hilarious. They bonk, crush, capture. I don't. I'll note also. I do not think that things should work that way. The cavalry units should not be captured by the units that they're running into. That's preposterously silly. Actually, what we need is. I need 4th Division to go this way. Third Division will push this cavalry back. Okay. Oh, we need ATS up here. And McClellan if he's here. I'd actually love to kill Stuart. It would make this a good deal simpler. I'm going to have McClellan run the cavalry pursuit while ATS handles the main attack. And yes, I'm aware of the time. These guys are going to be exhausted by the time they get there. I wonder if I should send them after Telegraph Road instead. Yeah, he's redeploying to fend me off here. We're going to need some backup. Maybe I can route these guys off the map? Let's see which direction they head. Yeah, they seem to be headed in the right direction. Yeah, we're gonna have to stop to rest here. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay, my guys are finally shooting back. It would be completely ideal for them to defend along this rail line. No, no, no. Move this. Second division, minus artillery. No. Iron Brigade just taking it on the chin because they happen to be the visible unit. Oh, come on. I hear yelling. Who's engaged in melee? This is going to be the end of them right here if they're not careful. Oh, wow, they charged. Okay, Grenadiers should be able to hold them. Okay, that unit refuses to hold. My unit routed. Where are you going? No, don't get into melee. I don't know how these guys got into the position they're in. Probably fighting Brockenborough. But I don't want this unit dissolved, and they're taking way too many casualties. Get them out of there before they get recaptured. Go, 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 go. Oh, they're on. Oh, they got recaptured. Dadgummit. Third Division's going to push across the railroad tracks here. This is tricky and dangerous. Where's Tribou? Deep into the woods. Actually, if I have to rush this, I want to bring these guys right up. These guys are relatively fresh, and they had a chance to rest. Oh, come on. And they folded, of course. ATS is right there, though. We done with the cavalry yet? No, we're still murdering them. Captured the supply depot. That is a lot of. That is a huge stack. Look at that stack. That is insane. And this is where the melee stuff really gets involved. Because, yeah, my guy's exhausted, but his guy is getting plowed under. He just needs to get up here. Get the artillery up. Timing was good, though. Should be able to blast Atkinson back into the Stone Age and come in on the flank of these guys. Okay, yeah, about that. Run away! What we'll actually try to do, I wonder if I can get him down here. I bet I can. But it might mean he's killed. I don't think I'm willing to risk that. What I really would like to do is get him across to the other map. We can make this go faster. I don't know that we actually need to watch this, but again, pausing the streaming for YouTube is tricky. So I'll let it play out. Y'all can just fast forward. It's not rocket science. So I think that attack went pretty well. I've probably taken somewhere in the neighborhood of 5,000 or 6,000 casualties, but we did manage to capture Prospect Hill. So the question is, can we hold it? One, and is there an opportunity to do something more? And we'll find out, I guess. The good news is slaughtering all of Stuart's cavalry should give me enough equipment to rebuild my cavalry arm relatively easily, which is sort of an added bonus of doing that flank attack. I did not realize that there was so much cavalry in those woods. So hopefully they will kill themselves against my units. We had multiple captures, which was unfortunate but sort of hilarious, and there were lots of kills down there, so we should get some carbines that we can use to build up these scout units. Getting a little closer to yeah. Half his unit is off the edge of the map. We're okay with that. Over here. Yeah. I'm tempted to go look and see how much force is actually devoted to this, but yeah. That's just going to cost me cavalry troopers, and I don't need that. As I noted before, this is essentially the same strategy that worked for me at Gettysburg as the Confederates. You just don't attack. Like, especially I think there were 2 phases trying to attack Culp's Hill. It's like, if you I don't know how many people have actually been to the battlefield, but Culp's Hill is a mess. It is a terrible, terrible, terrible place to attack. I can't imagine anyone saying, "Oh yes, look at this giant hill with the creek at the bottom that's really steep and craggy. I think I'll attack there." And in the game, there's also multiple defensive entrenchment lines backing each other up. So it's doubly brutal. I didn't even try in my Confederate campaign. So the only thing that frustrated me with that Confederate campaign was losing Chickamauga because it didn't move fast enough in the beginning battle. Like Fredericksburg, you saw, I didn't do anything in that beginning battle. Nothing happened. So hopefully one of the things they'll fix before the release of the game is that victory conditions need to be made absolutely clear, so that there's no confusion when you lose a battle like Chickamauga because you didn't move fast enough in the initial phase of the battle, even though you were winning handily. I'd also like to see a focus more on destroying the enemy army, because many of these battles, Gettysburg is a perfect example. Culp's Hill, Seminary Ridge, Little Round Top, Big Round Top, all of those, they weren't objectives. There was no strategic value to them. They were tactical objectives. They were tactical features. The only reason they became famous is because the 2 armies came together and were trying to destroy each other. You could call Gettysburg an objective, but Gettysburg at the time was a tiny town. The only thing it had going for it was that it was a crossroads. So there wasn't anything really strategic about that either. So I'd really like to see them focus more on army destruction as opposed to arbitrary victory point locations being captured, because I think that assigning those victory points, like let's say Little Round Top or Big Round Top, as objectives that you must take, like that are something valued, it is in Civil War terms kind of absurd. I mean, yeah, you want to take them. They're excellent terrain features to hold, but during the Civil War, the military doctrine was you wanted to be on the defense. You wanted to maneuver yourself into such a position that you had an excellent defensive position and then force the enemy to attack. And that's all they were doing. And that's the reason why those particular locations were so bloody, was because it was there were it was a tactical back and forth. It wasn't because they needed that spot. It was because it was a superior defensive position, and it was contested. If they'd been able to capture it, one way or the other, one for either side, it would allow them to dominate the battlefield and inflict damage on the enemy's army, which of course was the strategic goal. The Union needed to destroy the Confederate army because the Confederate army threatened Washington, D.C., which was the capital. This is, of course, why most of these battles, including Fredericksburg, happen right there on the Virginia-Maryland border. The Confederates needed to destroy the Union army because they wanted to demoralize the North enough to have them stop the war. Although it was pretty clear, especially around the time of Fredericksburg, that the Union was remarkably resilient, far more resilient than I think the Confederacy thought, because Fredericksburg was a slaughter. It was a complete slaughter, and it's known from letters at the time, and there's movies about it now, that the Confederates who were shooting these guys down, they were appalled that anyone would order an attack like that. I think the Union Army lost somewhere between 5,000 and 12,000 men in this battle, somewhere in there, and almost all of it was attacking Marye's Heights as in frontal attacks. Complete stupidity. But anyway, it looks like this phase is about to complete, so we'll see. I have Prospect Hill. It shows me holding Prospect Hill, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. I suspect that what's going to happen is holding Prospect Hill is going to be relatively difficult. There's a lot of Confederate units there, and what we're going to end up doing is just exchanging fire in those heavy woods. That's why I moved 3rd Division and part of 1st Division around that flank. What I want to do is catch those units that are right at the Prospect Hill victory point in a vise. I want to make sure that those guys get squeezed out of there. And then we'll deploy a bunch of skirmishers. And we'll see what happens. Oh, I guess we're going to keep going. Oh, it expanded to Telegraph Road. Yeah. I have no idea how you're expected to have your secondary attack force capture Telegraph Road all by themselves, but sure, whatever. Let's send these guys down here. Oh, didn't grab. Yeah, come on. I could poke around and see what's up here, but it's not worth it. If that unit ever got into any serious combat, it would simply be destroyed, so I'm not gonna worry about it. We can accelerate time here. There might be Confederate units down here, I'm not sure. I'll risk it. Whoa, 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 yeah. No, there's Confederate units there. Whoa. Run away! That was interesting. They just turned and ran away. Now I'll just hide back here. Let's see what they do. Oh no, they're coming after me. It's a artillery unit. Okay, we'll run back across the bridge. Ah! If they follow me back across the ridge, I'll have these guys dismount. We'll hold this hill here. And if they try to cross the bridge, we'll shoot them up. See if we can't make them run away. And they're gonna do it. Alright, so we gotta go to normal time here. Just fire. Just why are they not? Okay, there they go. Like, why are they not shooting? It'll take them a minute. I might be able to break them before they get a shot off. Maybe not. Watch them get dissolved by this canister shot. I've already knocked out one gun. Oh! Oh, man! 45 casualties. And wounded the commander. Yeah, fall back. Let's see what... If they mount up, I can mount up, and we'll engage in a little duel here. That'll make them... yeah, ow. Yeah, that's what I want. Which is probably what I should have done in the first place. I just killed 10 more men. Yeah, we gotta fall back. Should have made that unit a little bigger, huh? They killed 50 of those guys. So they knocked out, well, 49, so they knocked out one gun, almost two guns. Might be able to knock out another gun. They show up. It's too bad these units can't fight. Says he's got 491 soldiers. That's a big staff. That's my cat. I don't know if you guys can hear her. Her name is Lady. She wants to participate in battle as well. I suspect what I'm going to end up with is a draw. I don't think there's going to be any... it'd be really nice if there wasn't any more combat at Prospect Hill. Because that would give me the draw, relatively light casualties. I'll take that. It might be interesting in the future, and I might make an attempt to do this with this secondary attack. To wait for Telegraph Road to appear and then make a push on Telegraph Road without doing anything without attacking Marye's Heights. The problem is that you end up starting in Fredericksburg and you end up getting bombarded by all this artillery as you fall back, and this doesn't open up until this second phase that we're in right now. So you'd have to pull all your guys back and then come all the way around. The only decent place to attack is right here where there's no fortifications. So you've got to come all the way around through some swamp, Yeah, it's pretty miserable, and you wear your units out doing it, but it'd be a possibility. And you could crush those units that I ran into here, which would be a bonus. I'm wondering if they shifted some of the units from Prospect Hill, and that's what I saw there. The scenarios do that. On the Confederate side, when it expands to Telegraph. Oh, nope, looks like I'm going to keep fighting on Prospect Hill. That's going to suck. Alright, so let's pause this and take a look at what we've got. It's remotely possible. Oh, and if I had gotten them down here, I might have been able to get my general across, but it doesn't look like it. It's remotely possible that I could make it over to Telegraph Hill, but my guys are exhausted. 1-3 Grenadiers getting beaten up here. He's got some support, though. So the main thing here that I need to do is get these guys into the woods. .42 rifle is back up. And these guys are ideally situated to continue firing into the flanks of those units, so I will leave them alone. These guys merged because the commander got killed and the general got killed as well. Looks like Stuart's down to 1 unit, so McClellan's group here will soon be able to reinforce my left. What I could do is send them straight back across along the rail line, but I think that would be really dangerous. The other option is to try to follow this road and make it to Telegraph Hill this way. I don't think that's reason. I don't think it's possible, especially for these guys who are all the way over here on this side. 3rd Division might make it, but they're currently tightly involved in this maelstrom at Prospect Hill. So these guys fall back before they get destroyed. And this is exactly what we don't want. Let's drive Atkinson back. You guys can keep falling back. No, no, no. Go, go, go. Flank. No, no, not flanked. Go, go, go. Get into the woods. Wow, 6th Division and 5th Division really took a pounding over there. Let's get McClellan over there. And 2nd Division minus artillery. Keep pulling these guys out. Those guys are in trouble. These guys are not in good cover. Atkinson charging again. And 5-1 takes a bunch of canister to the face. I have no idea why. Oh, because he blocked, that's why. If we could dissolve Atkinson, that would be ideal. Now I'll let him have it. This is exactly the kind of bloody fight that you want to avoid. How is he flanked? I have no idea what these guys are doing. Actually. Fall back. What is going on? Why are these units shifting around like this? Why are you charging? What in the world? Why would you do that? No, fall back. Ugh. Why is everyone shifting away from the fight? Oh my god. Like, you know you have to get close to shoot, right? I have no idea. Why is Wagner involved in melee combat? What in the world? Understand what's going on. I don't understand what these units are doing. There's just this big mass. I don't understand how Brockenborough is still alive. I don't know what Wagner's doing. I can't fathom what he's trying to accomplish. And now he's falling back because he's dumb. That's all I can. That's the only thing I can possibly imagine. Snow again, moving without orders. Where are you going? Got a bunch of units here, but this is an absurdly huge force, by the way. I just have to say that. Like, absurdly huge. At some point, they're going to run out of ammo. That's. I hate to say it, but you gotta love it when your best hope is at some point they're going to run out of ammo. I've already told these guys to fall back. They're ignoring orders. Oh, what a bloody mess. Where are you going? Yeah, they need to fall back. Pull that guy further out into the open. You wouldn't be flanked if you weren't screwing around. Come on, timer. Oh no, there's more units coming in on my flank. Come on, timer, run out. Fall back, everybody fall back. Minutes. Keep falling back. What's amazing here is how in the world do these guys have condition to charge? Like, I realize they're resting the guys in the back, but come on. 7 minutes to go. Two minutes to go. And notice that all of my casualties here are because I have to hold this VP. Like, none of these are in any way tactically significant other than holding that VP. So, gotta draw. I took 16,000 casualties, they took 18,000. They lost 37 guns, 3,000 cavalry, and 856 captured. So, absurd, but there you go. That's especially what happens when you're attacking with 30,000 men into 75,000 men. So tactically, of course, I would have defended the tree line, right? Like, there's no reason for me to be here on this victory point, tactically, or operationally, or strategically. There's nothing there except for that supply depot, and I could have fought without it. So that would have been very different had I had the flexibility to get out of there instead of having to hold the VP. So let's see how we did. We got some cold 1855s, some more Springfield 1855s. Otherwise, the hull was pretty crappy. Some 10-pounder Parrots. Oh, there you go. Fredericksburg. It's a draw. Legendary Union. Ironman. Don't know how it could be anything else, but you never know.